Hey there. In this video I'll use Make to connect to a Google Sheet, which is set to be a trigger when a new row is created. That trigger will then send an email. So I'm in Make. I've already created a free account. This is a brand new free account. I'm going to choose, we have scenarios here. By the way, we have templates as well, so you can go through and look at all of these. There's hundreds of them. So Make allows you to connect thousands of different apps together. So we'll use, again, Google Sheets and my own email. So choose Create a New Scenario, and we get a little symbol here. Gets us to choose whatever we want to make the trigger to be. So I'm going to choose Google Sheets, and I'm going to choose Watch New Rows. So any new rows that are added to a sheet, if there's new rows, then it'll put this thing into motion. So I'm going to choose that, and then it asks me to connect to my Google. So I've already connected once. That's the one I want. We're all set. I'm just going to leave this at its default. Drive, Spreadsheet ID, and I'm going to click here to choose the file. You can actually enter the ID if you like. I've only got one, so it's easy to choose. And the sheet name, only one sheet on this sheet as well. Table contains headers, like we saw before, and this will send basically it'll get 2 records and send 2 emails, which is a good starting point. The free version, I think, only gives you 1,000 actions per day, might be per month, not sure. Anyway, I'll keep that limit low so I don't use up all of my actions, and I'll go ahead and save. I'm all set. This is asking me which row to collect. I'm going to go with all. So I've filled out the form a couple times, so I'll be able to get a bit of data, and I'll choose save, and then we can save. I save at every step, so I'll save again, and then I'm going to run once to test this thing. So it gives me something called a bundle, which is basically a record, and again, I filled this thing out twice, so there's some data in the sheet already, and it's got that data. So there's 2 records there. Now I'm done with the connection to the Google Sheets. I'm going to have this new row send an email. So I'm going to add another module. I'm not sure if there's a limit to the number of modules that you can add. This particular example is only going to have 2. It's going to be very lean. So I want to send an email. So here's all of the apps. You can scroll down and see how many apps you have. See what they all are. Not sure if there's a Bandcamp. That's not something I've noticed before. I don't see it. I don't think this is an alphabetical list anyway. But I want to hook up, not to my Gmail. Gmail requires a little bit of extra work, and you do have to pay some money to Google to use Gmail. I'm just going to use my plain old email. So I've got a Green Geeks account. I think it's the least expensive Green Geeks account. With that, they allow you to add emails, and then you can configure those emails. So again, as I've mentioned before in previous examples, I've created a couple of emails for the purposes of demonstrating what the actual recipient sees on their end. So I'm going to choose this email here, and we've got a couple of options here. I want to send an email. So it'll just send an email from my email server. Won't receive anything, and then we have a bunch of settings as far as what that email looks like. So I've already connected to my email server, so it just requires SMTP. That's standard settings. My address is mail.motorama.net, and then you generally just have to type in the email address of the person who's sending this. So I'm going to use John Smith for this one. I'm not going to save any of the messages, but you can have them save in your on your actual email server. But since the records get saved in my Google Sheets, there's no point in that. I'm going to add a recipient. If I click on this field here, this is where we can actually see the data from this Google Sheets. If I click on that, there we get all of the responses there. And the email address it's going to be sending to is what it's asking here. So I'm going to choose the email address there. Pops it in. And my subject, I'm going to say, oh sorry, yeah, that's correct. My recipient, that's already taken care of. And then the subject, I'm going to say hello, space, name, comma, space, thank you for your t-shirt order. And I'm going to use plain text. I don't need anything more than that. And the content, I'll say hello, name, comma, space, thank you for ordering a size, space, design, shirt. Please reply to this email if we got it wrong. And thanks very much. I'll just say, I already thanked them, so I'm just going to say my initial or John Smith or whatever you like there. And we should be all set. Choose save. And again, we can run once here. So nothing happened here because there's no new rows, so it didn't collect anything. So I'm just going to quickly fill out the form here. So I'll go with logo this time, extra large, Joe Blow, Joe Blow, and whoops, I keep on doing that. You can fill out the full mailing address in real life, and I'll go ahead and submit. So if I go back to my make here and choose run once, notice we get a number 1 there. If I click on that, it actually shows you what got sent. And if I go to Joe Blow's email, there's the email that he receives. Hello, Joe Blow. Thanks for ordering an extra large logos shirt. Please reply to this email if we got it wrong. So there you go. So again, in a previous lesson, we looked at how to create a form, connect it to a sheet, publish that sheet via WordPress. Now, Joe Blow went and filled out that form, and his record got added to the sheet. Let's go quickly take a look at that. Got added to the sheet. So there's all of the responses. So once we've shipped those, we can choose yes. So again, we've connected, in the course of all of this, we've connected our form with our sheet, with WordPress, which we then connected, we created a trigger via make and made that trigger an email. Which is here. Thanks so much for watching.